Hello guys, welcome back. This might be part 7 of the lore walkthrough of Crimton. We're going to be reading all of the lore notes that we find, and till now we have done till Cronley, we did full of Act 1, and we did till. Okay, I'll show this. We did full of this part of the Act 2. We're in Twin Falls after finishing Cronley. So, yeah, let's continue. Till now, what we have learnt is what did we learn till now? We learnt about all the different living living things other than humans, which are like ethereals, chthonics. We learnt a lot about their cults and shit. We learnt about the lore of Arkovia or the lore of Ruari. All those things. How Arkovia fell. That was the main part. How Arkovia fell was the main lore that was given till now. Others are like only hinted for now. We learnt about Krieg, Inquisitor Creed, Darius Cronley, and a few smaller guys. Yeah, so we are going to Twin Falls. Is there sound? I think I should probably keep slight now. Is there at something? Nothing. Nothing's there. Okay, I should probably do this and dialogue is not needed. Ambience is. Am I hearing something? No. I mean, it's fine. Okay. So this bridge we cannot go past this because we need to repair, we need to be that side, which is not possible, but maybe it is. Before going that side, I want to go through the road because this is the skippable part and I don't want to skip anything. We have a lot of guys here. 4 plus 9, we have 13 pets. Please do something, he's going to kill me. Wait, it's who is it? Helen Fletcher. Okay. What do I care? I'll handle this. What do I care? Okay. Julius Cole. Hold on there, traveler. You wouldn't want this pretty lady's brains to spill all over the ground, would ya? Let's see some iron. Let's not do anything rash, brother. Thank you kindly. You go on your merry way now. You poor stupid thing! Gotta say, you're making me feel a little guilty. It's all a shame, hon. You got swindled. We do what we gotta do out here, and it sure beats aiming a gun at every traveler that crosses us. Now get going before you give away our little scheme. Was? Okay, these are some scammers, bro. Whatever. You don't have to live like this. A safe place? I forgot what that even means. And you'd really take us in, even after what we pulled? You did what you had to. You deserve a second chance. Uh, I don't know what to say. I thank you. Is this the right decision? We are sending two scammers to Devil's Crossing. Hopefully they don't do anything to the childrens. I hope Captain Bourbon will take care of any bigger problems. Okay. I'm too stupid to realize, but I forgot that we need to finish some of the give some of the quest here. Report to Morning in Devil's Crossing that I need to do. I didn't do that. My bad. But okay, first to Quaid. How goes the hunt? Moneyback Martins is dead, bro. I finished the job. Finished the job. You are ruthlessly effective. I hope he screamed for help. He's waiting unanswered in those old mine tunnels. Oh no, oh no. Sorry guys. I was checking stupid problem that I have, but it's so stupid. So stupid, but whatever, easy. It's fine. I hope he screamed for help. His wailing unanswered in those old mine tunnels. Thank you. You put my mind at ease. Quaid's like character model. It's actually pretty good. Okay, I think this is a lore one, so I have to be ready. Amkala. Did you know that Arkovia is the ancient birthplace? Okay, I think I read all the tales in the previous video, so this time we are gonna do the first one because last episode we got the Annals of Arkovia, which is in the top right this corner, and we need to give now. I found some text you may find interesting. That is an astounding discovery. I thank you in the name of all Rovari for bringing these texts to us. I'll make certain that all rovers who visit here learn of their contents. Is there any more content? A Sarkovia waned, okay. I mean, this is what we did, no? Okay, we read all of that. That is a big lore thing. We'll go back to Devil's Crossing. Where is well, is it finished? Darius is no more and his gang is scattered. The world is little safer today with that monster dead. Now what of Elsa? You must have seen something. Darius did not have Elsa. Damnation! Perhaps, perhaps she escaped and ran for Homestead. Or maybe they sold her. I have to go back out there. If there is any chance that Elsa still lives, I have to find her. I owe her that much. What do we do now? Now that we are not in any imminent danger, we need to deal with a more subtle enemy: starvation. Devil's Crossing is running out of food and our supplies are coming up dry. We need a reliable source of food and we need fast. Barnabas has some ideas as to what we can do. Speak to him immediately. Sure. Okay, those guys that I sent, okay, those two are here, okay. I can't thank you enough. You spared us from a life of petty crime and extortion. I promise you, that's all behind us now. What happened to you and Helen? Nothing. I'm proud before. Before the grim dawn, I was just a homeless pickpocket, scrounging by with the few coins I stole from those most fortunate. Course, that's all changed when the world went down the slithole. I killed a man over some bread and supplies. Fled what was left of Burwich that same night. I met Helen out in Whitemire. She was being harassed by some grobbles. There weren't many of them, so I got bold. Ended up spooking them off by igniting some swamp gas. Helen and I stuck together since. We started this hoax about a month back when we realized there was no way we were going to sustain ourselves just wandering the wilderness. We tricked some travelers with a little scheme and traded what we stole with others. Sure, it came down to guns sometimes, but it beat dealing with the bandits. I gotta tell ya though, I'm glad we came to an understanding back in the Arkovian foothills. I don't think we'd stand a chance against you. Just do your share around here and you'll always have a home, okay? That's great. I was a companion in Burwich. Down at the Lusty Mare near the docks. Oh, Lusty Mare. I have never heard of that though. Near the docks is it the is it the docks above Burwich or is it nearby in White? She's Whitemire, no? Maybe it's the near one. Frankly, don't give me that look. It was a respected establishment. Frankly, working there saved my life. You can always count on a few eager men to defend a helpless girl. No idea if any of them survived the attack. I wasn't about to check. I put Burwich behind me as fast as I could. Curse, that was a dumb move. Not a mile out of Burwich, I got myself cornered by a band of robbers. It was Julius who saved me then. Okay, she was from Burwich then. Okay. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. To be honest, I took advantage of the man, put myself before him that night, and clung on to him since for survival. But he's been good to me, and I want to do right by him. The little roadside scheme was my idea. Swindling a few honest souls so that we could survive was nothing I was proud of, but the alternative was going to the bandits. Julius is no hardened criminal, and I don't want to imagine what they do to women. A chance meeting you was the best thing that's happened to us in months. Thank you again. Okay. Others, everyone I pretty much know. Faldis is. Did I read this? Did I even not read this? I'm never going out there again. What about supplies? Not much left to scavenge nearby, anyhow. Besides, I'd be dead right now if you hadn't come for me. Yes, had a home in Mudrow before the town fell to the ethereals. It was terrible. Fire and the dead everywhere around us. I watched my neighbors get torn to pieces by those things. If it wasn't for Captain Bourbon. Captain Bourbon saved you? It was Captain Bourbon that found us hiding at the boarding house. He personally rounded up the remaining survivors and led us here through the wilderness. Even with his help, not all of us made it through the swamps. Wow, it was a difficult journey. These guys I spoke to. These guys I spoke to. Is there anything? No. These guys I spoke to. Mm, these two we know. This guy we know. This guy we know. Yes, it's Barnabas time now. Come, friend. Share a glass of clean water with old Barnabas to celebrate your victory in Burwich. Monet said you have a plan for our food situation. Right to business then. Before the world fell apart, Burwich got its food stocks from the vast farmlands to the northwest. With the bridge repaired, we need to find a way back to Homestead. The journey will take you far to the northwest, and I haven't had a clue what's out there. Start by following the road out into the Arcovian foothills all the way through Old Arcovia. With luck, the old coastal bridge near Twin Falls still stands. No, it does not. It does not stand. If that's not an option, you will have to look for Smuggler's Pass. It's an old smuggling route that ran through the Broken Hills. It should connect to Homestead. We must find out whether the farmlands can still support us or if the Grim Dawn claimed them as it did Burwich. What can I expect? Nobody's been as far north as Homestead in months, so I can only imagine what sorts of horrors have crawled out of the mountain crags followed by Grimdawn. Stay sharp out there, I will. Okay, sure. We're not talking to you, at least. Hangman always stands there, huh? Interesting. Okay. I think that's all for all the things we need to submit. Now we just go. Okay, we will speak to Palda. Be wary, traveler. The savages living up in the forests have destroyed this once magnificent structure in an effort to trap their victims. With this bridge gone and the road to Smuggler's Pass washed out by storms, the way north is bad to us. Is there no other way? There is one another, but you would be a fool to try it. South of here, there are ruins of the ancient city of Arcovia. There is a passage there through the Arcovian Undercity that leads into the Broken Hills. You'd be wise to turn back. That is the realm of Cursed dead. The cursed dead? Yes, the remnants of Arkovia's cursed people. Their tale is a tragic one, but none could tell it better than Amkala. Okay, so all of the cursed ones who are living here are basically people that lived here, but my god Urubruk made a nasty ritual and trapped their souls in this play to wander here. That's what I assume. I mean, that's what the truth is. Okay, I have one question. No, with the bridge gone and the road to Smuggler's Pass washed out by the storms. So was there a road to Smuggler's Pass? Okay, I wanna check. I wanna check the map before thinking about it. It has been washed by the storms, she said. Is it a he? Okay, it is probably a she. Okay, which means that I mean that is a dangerous territory which I cannot fight properly, and I don't think there's much there. I wanna check if there's anything here. What is that? What is that? Okay. No, no, no. You cannot hide from me. You can run. Cannot hide. Okay, Broken Hills is there, but how should I go there? Is the question. Here it's just a bunch of these skeletal guys. Okay, this is where I was supposed to be. Yo, yo, yo! I didn't even do this. That's crazy. And we have Cronley's notes also to read. I forgot, guys. My bad. I'm such a stupid guy. I'm so stupid. Sorry. We'll go back. We'll sell everything, and then we will read. Because Cronley is actually a important guy, no? Bonus tall pets is okay. It's a houndmaster, so I mean, our skeletons are. I mean, this is not that good, guys. To be honest. So these three we don't want. Thing is, I don't have. I mean, I have good resistance actually, except vitality and PS. Chaos is not needed, so these two are the problem. Huh? No. This one is also no. I'm probably gonna sell that, and this thing we are going to put it here. Okay. So this and this are not for us. Not. I'm not playing hardcore, so I mean, I don't really care about dying. I already died one time, so it's fine. Grim Harvest boots is how much Aether do I have? Exactly 80. We don't need that much, so we could actually just go and get this. But this is also level 30. I mean, 30 I'm going to get, so it's fine. I get some 34 PS here, which is good. change that. And this also. Sorry, you're giving that to me. This one is 32, which is Cancer, but except, oh, we have three things to read. Oh, Cam, we have some things to read, guys. And you know about me. Okay, these two can be here. My guy has something for me, yeah? Corpse test will increase it to 50. That's fine, actually. Um, Yo, Casper, what do you have? Ah, there you are. Come, come. We have an errand you must perform immediately. Excuse me? Yes, at once. Do not tarry. These are experiments to be run, and Darlet and I require explosive materials immediately. No time for questions. These magical artifacts aren't going to break themselves down. Now, are they? I still here? Head to the mines around the Arcovian Fiddles and all Arcovia immediately. Will this dynamite suffice? Oh, good. Oh, good, good. Let us start the experiment immediately. Dale, prepare the blast furnace. Is this safe? Of course. I am fully confident that it will function as intended. Well, there may be a slight chance that we will tear apart reality when the artifact is consumed by the conflagration, but chances of that are very low. So low, 1 in a billion. You're safe, really. This cannon. Well, I was correct. Just look at these wonderful components. We can't. We can finally begin studying artifacts properly. If only the Erulan Museum Society could see me now, they would be absolutely furious. Erulan Museum Society, okay. And oh, and if you wish, you can have Darlet break down any items you find. Just bring her more explosives. Okay, that unlocks her savage ability. Okay. A Roland society, a museum society, right? Society. Society. Off topic. Till now, got some interesting lore. I need to read these three, which are important. First is Cronley's notes. When the attack stopped and the Ethereal sent in their envoys, they knew they had us by the balls. All they had to do was squeeze, and any other man would have sung them a tune worthy of the Erulan opera. But they had never contended with Darius Cronley. When the attack stopped and the Ethereal sent in their envoys, they knew they had us by the balls. All they had to do was squeeze, and any other man would have sung them a tune worthy of the Erulan opera. But they had never contended with Darius Cronley. So, when the Ethereals came, he's saying that they never tried to mess with Cronley. That's what they're trying. That's what he's trying to say. They came, two of them, humans in robes. Only thing that would give him away was the eyes. The eyes glowed that sickly aether green. They offered me a chance to surrender, a chance to live out our lives as vessels and breeders for their growing army. I sent their heads back on spikes. See if those spirits survived that. But when they came back again with new terms, well, then they were speaking my language. I was to be a piece in their grand design, a master of my very own army of aether empowered humans. All I had to do was to pledge myself to their cause and to plant one of their crystals within the mine. The rest, they said, would be revealed in time. Okay, the Ethereals came, two of them. They asked him to surrender. He did the did he sent their heads back, bro. He sent their heads back, but then they came again with a new offer. This time, they didn't want him to surrender. They wanted him to join, or basically, so the first time when Ethereals came, they wanted to kill him and then get inside his body to control. Is that is what I'm getting? The second time they came, they offered him crystals, the Aether crystals, um, for him to get more power, but in turn, he will help them. That's what that is. What it is, right? I want to write this. I want to write this. Darius Cronley. When Ethereals came to him first, they asked him to surrender, but refu- he sent their heads back to them. The Ethereals wanted to take control, wanted to possess him. Is the right word, right? Possess him, but they cannot. But he was strong. The next time they came, they made an offer by giving him aether crystals to make him even more powerful, and in turn, he has to help them by getting more humans, I guess, getting more humans for an unstoppable ethereal empowered human army. Okay, but that was that was only one part of their big plan, and rest was to be the rest was to be revealed later. That's what they said, right? Okay. So what happens in the second part? The Ethereals left. They are headed north to Homestead in order to squash a human resistance orchestrated by the damned Black Legion. I've been left to my own devices, but for one caveat: eradicate Devil's Crossing. It is a task I will relish with great pleasure. There are so many ways I could squeeze the life out of Bourbon, but unfortunately, I'll have to settle for just one. Perhaps after I behead his mangled corpse, I'll shove him full of aether shards and bring him back as a personal servant. Then I can kill him over and over and over again. But first, I must finish my glorious army. Another batch of aspiring followers is due to arrive within the hour. They have no idea of what suffering and agony is in store for them. I sometimes wish the more would die during the procedure. The failed ones make for such entertaining playthings, their screams echoing through the tunnels. Perhaps today I will have to slit one's throat, just for good fun. Was? I mean, I love Darius and all, and I love him being so so evil. He's just pure evil, which is fine, and he wants to. Okay, the bigger part is here. I will shove him full of aether shards and bring him back as a personal servant. So, aether shards onto dead humans can bring them back. Darius wants to do that to Cronley that he can keep as his servant and kill him as many times as he wishes. That is one part I was thinking, like, what? Aether shards can bring human. That I thought, okay, maybe it's fine. It's fine then. So for the dead, okay. So because let's go to the beginning. In the beginning, we were being possessed, and when we are about to die, the possessed escaped. So that, but we were still alive. So the thing is, ethereal possession can lead to an alive person also. Interesting. Okay, so this means if they're alive, only possession works. If the person is alive, only possession works. I don't know how the terms of possession really works, but that's how it works, I guess. But if they're dead, you can both possess or and also just or else you don't even have to possess. If they're dead, you just bring them as a as some form of ethereal thing by putting ether crystal over. That's what I think how it works. Okay, kind of understanding, but kind of also not. But whatever. But first time I must finish my glorious army, which is fine. I understand that. Okay, we'll go to Annals of Arcovia. It falls upon strange times that a king would abdicate the throne of his own volition. Okay, this is a big one. Huh? I mean, yeah. It falls upon strange times that a king would abdicate the throne of his own volition. Stranger still is the reason he gave his court. There is no other way to put it. King Rowan, the third of his line, had been struck by madness. Upon returning from a successful campaign against the barbarian tribes of Agaron's Peak, okay, the king raved about the chance meeting with a weary traveler whom he called Mogdrogan. Ooh, introducing Mogdrogan. Rowan, in his generosity, offered the old man the use of his horse. The man, and here is where the king's tale loses all sense, declined the proposal and speaking in a low voice that only his majesty could hear, instead offered Rowan a warning. The old man spouted prophetic lies about the impending collapse of a great nation and the fall of the beacon of the West, Arcovia herself. He implored the king to leave his title, his wealth, his very identity behind. There were some amongst the court who urged Rowan to see his madness through, greedy heads of Arcovian houses who saw this tragedy as an opportunity to seize power. The queen, the shining jewel of Arcovia, wept before her king and begged him to reconsider. But Rowan was resolute. With a single decree, he shattered the royal line and abandoned his ordained post as king of Arcovia. Word of the king's madness spread quickly among the populace. To my great surprise, some of his subjects followed Rowan's lead, abandoning their livelihoods to follow their despondent ruler into a life of poverty and lost identity. It has been 3 fortnights since the fateful day. The queen lies dead in her chambers. They say she had died of sorrow, but from the loss of her king, but I suspect more clandestine causes. The court has fallen into chaos as the great houses bicker amongst themselves for the empty throne. With no end in sight to the squabbles and no clear line to the throne, my patron, Lord Osvagra, has called for the formation of an oligarchy ruled by the heads of Arkovia's elites. No good can come out of this. Of that I am certain. These days I cannot help but wonder if Rowan's prophecy was a self fulfilling one. Or perhaps this storm was a long time coming and we were merely too blind to see it. I fear for Arkovia. I fear for her soul. Theodorus Vagra, scribe of Arkovia. Okay, a major point here. Two major things. I mean, one minor, one major. The most important one is Mogdrogan here. So the guy who warned him of uh, of these prophecies is Mogdrogan. That is important. Agron speak. I'll just simply write it down because I have never heard of this one yet. That is fine. We have heard about Lord of Svagra. With no end in sight to the squabbles and no clear line to the throne, my patron, Lord of Svagra, has called for the formation of an oligarchy. Okay, okay. They're all Alcovian though. Okay, it's fine. Important, important. When King Rovan was, what was he doing? Returning from a successful campaign. Returning from a successful campaign at Agron's Peak against the barbarian tribes of Agron's Peak. Against the barbarian tribes of Agron's Peak. He met a old man by the name, an old man, but it's fine. Mogdrogan. He was the one who warned Rowan about the upcoming Grimdawn. I'll just say it, Grimdawn. There must be something else here because people are meant to know. People, everyone are thinking like Rowan went mad because of prophetic lie from Mogdrogan. But in the end, he was right, though, no? In the end, he was right. So, whatever he said to him made him believe that, and maybe there's something inside that we haven't got yet fully. That's what I want to know. But this is mostly Arkovia, right? This is probably the whole lore of Arkovia. Going back, yeah, that is all. Other rest of all, I think we pretty much knew. Okay, we don't care about these. There is a nest there. there anything? No. Scrap is fine. We are level 30 now, which is good. Oh, Ultra Prax it is. Hmm. We are gonna leave that place. We'll come back for it after a while. After like a few episodes, probably. I don't think right now we are about to finish it, and I don't think there's much even there. Most of Arcovia's lore is kind of over. The only extra lore that we can have now is about these souls, dead souls that are living here. About more about the prison. That is what we can learn more. Okay, and this place and Taskmaster's hat is it's not that good. Okay, we got Forgotten Passage here, which is where is it? Where is it? A fragmented passage of old Arcovia's history. Impossible to decipher. Okay, we need to get the all of those three, which you can get easily. Okay, now we are here. Calderos. Greetings, mortal. You are not like other ghosts I have encountered. You speak of the dead roaming these rounds. No, I am willingly bound to this immortal form. They were not as fortunate. Okay. Balvoruk. Okay. Greetings, fellow practitioner of the sacred art. Okay, because I took a necromancer, he says this. Wait a minute. You do not know me, but I have heard of you. I am Balvoruk, of the Order of Death's Wiggle. Your skills lead me to believe that you may just be who I need for my assignment. Okay, before assignment, what of that spirit? Does Calteros frighten you? I would have thought a necromancer used to such sights. Do not fear. He's our ally and sworn to serve. Now, will you listen to my proposition or will you continue to stare in the deathless eye of my companion? Okay, what will you want me to do? Yes, I'm here to purge this land of several malevolent spirits. Their tainted presence has corrupted Arcovia long enough. Okay, he wants to get rid of the spirits here. However, my masters have underestimated the degree to which these ancient oligarchs have surrounded themselves with their former subjects. The Arcovian Undercity is swarming with the dead, I admit, far more than I could handle without the aid of my brothers. But you are quickly proving to be a force of reckoning this world has never seen. Travel down into the Undercity and banish the spirits of Nomos Thread, Lados Vagra, and Rowena Kur. When you are finished, seek out my companion Calderos at the entrance of Steps of Torment. He will guide you to the final target. They don't say anything about why. They want to clear all the spirits here, which is, I mean, it's a good thing that he's doing, so I can help him. I mean, is it even a good thing? In this context, nothing is really good after everything that's done. But we might we have to do what we have to do, no? To survive. Mm-mm. Start. Wait, I did something. What is that? Thought I saw something. Okay, no. Okay, we'll just get inside the Undercity now. Mm, is there anything else? No. Arcovian Undercity. Here we are. Mm-mm. This place is going to be locked, so there's nothing here. Okay. Okay. You got another one. Okay. That is no mostre then. We are 31, so finally we can upgrade it fully. Also at 30 I wanted to do something, right? This one. Wanted to put this at 30 for molten skin, which is I don't care. This thing is at 32 only, so it's fine. This thing you can go. I mean, it's fine to be here. Okay. Wait. Before going there, treasure trove. Oh, I thought I would get this thing. Okay, I got the last forgotten passage. I got okay, that thing and a guile. Have that, no? Guile we can remove. Who cares? Last days of Arcovia. Yeah, this is what we want to read. But wait, we will take out all of these guys in this place. Then we'll read. Forbidden Art Part 1. Okay, I'll collect everything I get. Hmm, is there anything here? No. Malroska's journal. Okay. Okay. Okay, we got a few logs to read now, which means it's reading time. Where is that thing? So first, last days of Arcovia. As I write this dark columns of smoke below, up from the port where the madness long polluting the restive populace has finally boiled over. Okay, I'm reading badly. Okay, my bad, guys. As I write this, dark columns of smoke billow up from the port where the madness long pullulating. What do you mean by pullulating? Pullulating in the restive populace has finally boiled over. A blazing merchant's gallery, abandoned by its crew and freed of its moorings, plows into a group of fishing boats, wood splintering, the fire quickly spreading among the sails. I hear shouting in the courtyard below, and the clash of iron not far beyond. A woman screams repeatedly. Her words is indiscernible. Hmm, hmm. For so long we feared our doom would come from the barbarous mountain tribes, but in the end we've been the instruments of our own demise, helped along by the insidious promises of the necromancers. It is not yet 2 moons since the great rituals were undertaken, led by our ever reaching oligarchs. The rituals intended to bring immortality and ensure the lasting greatness of Arcovia. Ever the skeptic, I figured it for a sham. Political theatres at best, but the ritual seems to have been a tragic success. This ritual was the invention of a necromancer named Urboruk, a man imprisoned in the steppes of torment, who, it is said, did not age and could not be killed by any means. The leaders of the three great houses, including my own patron, Lord of Svagra, made an ill conceived journey to the tower in hopes of compelling this Urboruk to give up his secrets. Here, immortality worked against Urboruk as he was subjected to the most brutal and imaginative forms of torture that could be devised for a man who could not die. Finally, Urboruk agreed to instruct them in the ritual, and the oligarchs, blinded by their lust for immortality, were all too eager to believe his will broken, and accepted the ritual as genuine. It has become clear that the people of Arkovia have indeed gained a form of immortality, but it is as cruel and twisted fulfillment of that promise. Our bodies still suffer the ravages of time, eventually dying and decaying, whilst our spirit remains trapped within, eternally bound to this land. I have witnessed this myself as the sick and elderly, near death at the time of the ritual, remain with us yet. Their bodies visibly decay in the manner of a corpse, yet they continue on as though living, able to move and talk, still much the same persons as they were in life, yet not. All who suffers this death of the body become somehow less vital, less dynamic of thought. They become even more narrowly focused on whatever concerned them most in life. It is disturbing to witness families that do not know what to do with their deceased, yet still present, loved ones. More horrible still are the rumors of babies born since the ritual. Abominations, they say, deformed and bearing dark, grisly feathers. It is said that many forlorn new fathers have been seen trekking into the broken hills, bundle in arm, to leave their unnatural offsprings to the elements. The din of fighting and wailing continues on below. I expect it shall for quite some time, since the combatants cannot die by any mortal means. I will sit with my book and continue my writings for whatever time may remain, perhaps all eternity. Okay, so when the guy who asked us to kill these guys, but they won't die, no? That is the point of the ritual. Their bodies die, but their souls will not die. So, am I even killing them? Is that even possible? Or if I am killing them, how am I doing that? Is my question. I think his name is Balduruk. 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 His name of Balvuruk. Okay, okay. Has asked to kill or slay three of the spirits in Arkovian Undercity, but they are spirits though. So how was I supposed to or able to kill them? And I mean, okay, what all information we can get is all these things. Most of these things are like said early. It's fine. These guys were too greedy. Urbruk made a false ritual. They ended up like this, which is fine. Their body still suffered. Their spirits remain trapped within, eternally bound to this land. So they will not die no matter what. So all those all those that suffered, okay, okay. All those that suffered the false ritual became less vital, less of thought, meaning they got dumb, useless, and they are almost non existent in a way, except they are actually existing. More horrible still are the rumors of babies. So babies are interesting. They were born deformed and they have dark grizzly feathers, and their fathers put them in broken hills. All the babies born, at least most of them were, at least some of them, let's say, that was not this given, were put in broke by their father or someone. His father, it said, but I just wanna. Okay, that's fine. What is Forbidden Act? They whisper about us when they think we are not listening. They fear what we can do, and yet they crave it. It is only in man's nature to fear what he does not understand, and our art is no different. Necromancy was never held in high regard in our Kovian society, but it is only in recent years that we have been treated with such growing animosity. Now, with the recent formal decree from the High Court, we are not just outcasts, we are criminals. What they fail to understand is that the only crime committed that day was against the pursuit of knowledge and the advancement of our people. Already they are rounding up my brethren under the guise of justice and taking them deep into their den of torture they call the steps of torment. I suppose it is only a matter of time before they come knocking on my door. Hmm, this is back in the early days of Arkovia, right? This has to be. This is not at the end. Forbidden art. I mean, this says about how necromancers were treated in this place. Hmm, interesting. Is there anything I want to write here? Okay, okay, leave that. Malroska's journal. I thought about ending it, but I witnessed firsthand what happens when you try. Good people, driven to madness by this curse. I don't blame them for trying to escape this never-ending torment, even if escape seemingly comes at the edge of a knife. There is no way out though. We are bound to our flesh and bone, even as they rot away to the winds of time. To others, a knife brings a sharp reminder that we once lived. There are those who willingly partake of this newfound pleasure, carving each other apart in a downward spiral of decadence and depravity. But I cannot deny the temptation to join those in the streets as they spill their blood on the cold stone. As I look upon my rotting hands, I begin to wonder if perhaps it is too late even for that. How long will this torture last? How far will we decay before we are at last set free? Hmm. So, Cars is okay. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. We move on though. We move on. This thing is not there. That means there's nothing here. I mean, there is no way I have. I don't have space, no? All are filled. Okay. Hmm. Okay, here's the last of the guys. I'll go back now. Sell all my stuff. Is this good? No. This one is actually. This one I'll keep. I'll put it probably. This one you can put. This one is bad. Hmm. Vitality is needed. And anchorite is no, it's kind of. Nothing is really good. These three are fine. This I'll keep. 32. Is there any exclusive? No, not for occultist. That is good. We need to get this one. So, 32 now. Okay, so I can change this. Secret place, huh? Of the Cabal. That's not a pet thing. I thought that was a pet thing. My bad. Okay, we're in the boss. Wraithwarded. My bad. Nothing is good here. Okay, we got some devotions. I want to go for what did I went last time? I want to go for these two. Is there anything here? Okay, that is all of Undercity. We can go back to Broken Hills now. This is taken, right? Hope it's taken. Okay, Minova, please stay your weapon, mortal. I ask only that you hear me out my plea. What is it you need? Many ages ago, my people made a grave mistake, and now we pay for our hubris, eternally bound to this land. But our children does not deserve the fate placed upon by a curse. My daughter, Lutra, now stalks the broken hills as a hideous harpy. She suffers for my sins in the body of a monster, bitter, twisted, and having never known a mother's love. Please, mortal, find my daughter, deliver a swift and merciful end to her torment. If you do this for me, I will gladly give of my essence to strengthen yours. Sure, sure. So, so the babies that are born, they can be any creature. They can be different creatures probably because this one is a harpy apparently, and the other beasts that are roaming Broken Hills are the rhinoceros things. There are the ugly ogre-looking things. These are like the primal things I have seen. So, okay. Is there anything? Nothing. Okay, that is it, guys. That is where we end this video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.